administration, hoping that the report is forgotten by then. The timing seems pretty convenient to me. Joining me now with reaction, Republican Congressman Jason Chaffetz and Fox News contributor Liz Cheney. Liz, awfully convenient. And I'm not disputing that she may have had a fall, but then she was sick the week before. This doesn't sound like she's trying to get to the bottom of it. It sounds like they've delayed and delayed and delayed, and it's convenient.
Well, I think that's right. And I think, frankly, Sean, if she had done the honorable thing and been out in front of this investigation, if she had been out in response to the many requests that she's received from the Hill before now, people might not be so suspicious about what's happening now, which now will afford her yet more time not to speak out. I mean, it really, you think about the extent to which these are 4 Americans who died on Secretary Clinton's watch. We've heard her say this kind of hollow, will I take responsibility? Well, how is she taking responsibility? What is she doing? I mean, in some circumstances, people would say if 4 Americans died on your watch and you've now got a report that I think soft pedals it, but at the same time lays out very significant security concerns, significant dereliction of duty on the part of her State Department. These are conditions under which, in many instances, somebody would resign for this, not because it's come to the end of her term, not because she announced previously she was going to resign, but yet she's sat quiet.
And if this were your dad, George W. Bush, the media would be all over this for weeks, if not months, demanding answers. Now, Congressman, there are people that were there, that escaped, that know the true story, that you say they are preventing congressional authorities and congressional leaders like yourself from even talking to. Has that changed at all, Congressman?
No, remember, this is an internal report. This is the State Department looking at the State Department, and even they are coming to the conclusion that there are 19 systemic problems and challenges. We, as the United States Congress, which are mentioned several times in the report as needing to be more involved, have not been given the same documents that they've been able to see in here. And yes, we have people that unfortunately were killed, but we also have people that survived, and we've been unable. They have not provided those names to the American people. They have not let the country know from what state they come from, and we certainly have not been able to engage and talk to these people.
All right. I know somebody that I've spoken to that has spoke to a person that was there, Congressman, and I understand that you have also had some contact through an intermediary that are telling me, and I'm not sure if they told exactly what they told you, that we were lied to from the very beginning.
Oh, I think clearly we were lied to from the very beginning. We were totally misled. And it's only been the whistleblowers that came forward, these brave whistleblowers, and started telling us the truth and providing the documents. It's only the United States Congress, with Chairman Issa, myself, Trey Gowdy, others, that have been pushing this administration. Otherwise, we wouldn't even have this happening. But these people are out there, and please, keep contacting my office.
Yeah. All right. Liz, that's the thing here. It seems to me that a couple of hurdles they had in the beginning. One, they wanted to run out the clock to the election. They were successful in doing that. Here's a scathing report, and we were lied to about the issue of whether or not this was a protest that went awry. That's not true. This had nothing to do with a YouTube video. That narrative was told to us for weeks. These are outright lies. There was no evidence to support it. There are people on the ground. How were they able to hide this from the American people up to and including the election? And has that become a bigger scandal if they were hiding it for the election?
Well, I think clearly they were hiding it for the election, and I would add to the very significant concerns here the fact that not a single person has been held accountable, not a single terrorist. We have not done anything to capture or kill any of the terrorists who undertook this action, who killed our people. And that's in large part because we have no interrogation program, because we're treating this like a law enforcement matter, because the FBI is asking nicely, could we please get access to the one person who seems to be in custody, Tunisians. But we have done nothing to actually bring anybody to justice for these murders. So, this is really a 4-part scandal. It is a 4-part cover-up. And, the American people need to recognize how serious this is neither the President nor the Secretary of State have yet given anybody a true or full accounting of what happened and what they knew and when they knew it.
Congressman,
and
what's
Sean,
next?
Sean, that goes back to June 6th. Remember, our consulate was bombed on June 6th, and they didn't do anything about it. And what bothers me probably as much as anything is when we had 4 people that were down, that were killed, and we had injured people, we didn't go in and get them. I want to remind the President, we don't fight with horses and bayonets, Mr. President, anymore. We have assets. We are the United States of America. We did not unleash our military to go in and save those people. Despite what the President said, he did not do that. So this is not the end by any means. I promise you, as we turn the corner into next year, whether Hillary Clinton is, if Hillary Clinton is not the Secretary of State, I still think she has to come before Congress. If she's a private citizen, she still needs to come before the United States Congress.
Is it possible the President lied, Congressman? Do you think it's possible he consciously lied to save himself for re-election?
I don't think we've been given the truth. I think we have been totally misled. Lied is a very strong word. I want to stick to the facts, but the State Department is not being candid with us. We have not been given all these materials, but we will continue to fight to get them.
Liz, is there a difference between misleading somebody and lying?
There's not a difference. I think the question is, what did the President know when he told us repeatedly it was a video? And I hope that Congressman Chaffetz and his colleagues will issue some subpoenas on this. I think the Secretary of State may well need to be subpoenaed before she's willing to come up and testify.
All right, guys, good to see you both. Thank you for being with us.